Welcome to the process. It is Monday, May 3rd. We're back. Another work week for another 5 days of the process. I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. I took most of the weekend off from DFS, just relaxed. It was nice. Got some stuff done at the house. It was a good time. Chat is loaded with people. I see a ton of coffee cups, a lot of good mornings. So good morning to all of you. Hope all of you guys had a good weekend. I hope we had some W's. Yeah, no DFS for me. Didn't play. Haven't played since Friday. It's the weekend. It's too nice right now. It's springtime. We got like 75 degrees. Been a lot of Saturday, just outside, relaxing, working on the pool, getting my stuff together. And now we're back. And we've got a pretty manageable schedule this week. Nothing too crazy NBA wise. We got 8 games today, and we are going to break down every single one of those games, every single one of those teams. We're going to take a lap through each rotation, figure out how many minutes we got to give out to everybody else, make some rate changes, and try to figure out who the best plays are for today. I love seeing everyone here for this morning run. I love the first 10 minutes. Not that I don't love the rest of the show. I don't want it to sound like that, but the first 10 minutes, that's where it's at. So good morning to everybody. Unfortunately, Soup and Sandwich was not the winning horse of the Kentucky Derby. Was in second for, we'll say 3/4. We'll be nice. But it was probably more like 2/3. And I was feeling pretty good, but Ben let me know. Bit of a front runner. Probably going to fade. You're probably going to be happy to start. And he was spot on there. Took a little bit of a tumble. Did get a Victor Hovland top 5 out of the PGA Contenders video. So I'm back on my winning ways. Hit 1 out of my 3 there. So that's kind of exciting. So while Soup and Sandwich didn't win, Victor Hovland bet did. It's a good start. You guys should be watching the PGA Contenders with Ben and I every single week. But now I think it's time to start talking a little bit about basketball. So you guys know what we need to do here. Cheers, everybody. Good morning. Let's get our day started correctly. I hope everybody had a good weekend, a successful one. Now we're on to the next. So rise and grind, everybody. Best of luck today. Best of luck this week. Let's tackle the week together. Cheers. There it is. Now we're doing it. Now we are doing it. Nin, that's awesome, man. Congrats. Good stuff. 52 viewers, 38 likes. I don't even have to ask. But for those of you that are watching this after the fact, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Helps me out a ton. Let's talk shop. Atlanta Hawks taking on the Portland Trailblazers. What do we got going on here? That's not at all what I wanted to do. There we go. Probable tag on Bogdanovich. Whoa. And then just DeAndre Hunter out. Okay. We could deal with that. Morning, Izzy. Morning, Nate. Morning, Pat. Morning, everybody. Yeah, Dame has been balling. It's almost like it was very obvious to keep playing him at a low price tag. All right, let's get this stuff going on for Atlanta. It should be pretty easy if they're largely full strength. So we've got Clint Capella. Has not been playing a ton of minutes as of late. I keep sliding in my chair today. Mount up. There we go. All right, so Capella center minutes are easy. Obviously, Trae Young point guard minutes are easy. Lou Will as the backup point guard at the minimum. Okongwu playing a little bit more as of late. 16 minutes. So straight backup run? No, it can't be, right? 43, 38, 40. Okay, so we're not going to give him straight backup run. We'll give him 13 minutes. Now we'll give him, 13 minutes works. John Collins with the rest of them also playing 31 minutes. I like this Hawks team. I'm excited to see what they can do in the playoffs this year. I don't know what that answer is going to be, but it's something. All right, 21 minutes to Gallo. That piece is easy. Then we got to go Solomon Hill and Tony Snell. Solomon Hill finally got the minutes hit now that Bogdanovich is back and now that seemingly everybody is back. So let's do Bogdanovich first, Kevin Huerter second. How many minutes is Huerter going to play? Played 25 and a half in the return after missing 2 games, but was also under 30 the 2 previous games. I'm going to go 29. So that leaves us 33 minutes for Solomon Hill and Tony Snell, which seems really easy to deal with. 14. Actually, let's do this. Let's go 4 and 30. There we go. 18 for Solomon Hill, 15 for Tony Snell. Neither of those two things matter because they're Solomon Hill and Tony Snell. So now I think we just need season-long rates for everybody else. Everybody's back, basically. So let's get Bogdanovich in 21.8. We'll get Capella in 20.3. Gallo in. Collins in. Huerter in. And Trae Young in. All right. Might not be the worst in the world. Atlanta, 1.5 point favorites, 235 total. That's the third highest total. We've got Pacers Wizards, which is number 1 versus number 2 teams in pace, 246 total. That one's going to be nuts. Warriors, Pels, Portland, and Atlanta. And then everybody else is like 213, 215, 218, 219, 223. So this is a tale of 2 separate slates, basically. One pace up, highly scoring slate, and then another 4 games where like you really got to pick and choose. Trae Young, 9,400 on both sites. I would say he looks to be the best option on either side, no matter which site you want to go to. John Collins looks like he would be second, 6,500 on FanDuel, 7K on DraftKings. Although I do feel like I'm probably over projecting him a bit, so I'm going to pull him down. With him playing more at the 4, I got to knock his rebounding rate down a little bit. But I still like John Collins a tad. Capella probably a little bit more expensive than I would like. I thought that I would get to more Atlanta here, but I think these guys are still just a little bit overpriced for all of that time that was spent with like Bogdanovich or Trae Young or Kevin Huerter out. So we're going to move on to Chicago. this will be one piece where we're probably not taking all that much. Bulls, let's see, where lost the depth chart. There it is. Doubtful tag on Zach LaVine, Q tag on Vooch. Still no Troy Brown. So what do we need to know about Vooch? Late scratch Saturday, day to day. All right, so we're just assuming that everything that we've had is going to be normal. So let's take those minutes away. Actually, we need to start it over because Chicago had some weird stuff going on Friday, so I had to move some stuff around. So we're going to go 34 minutes to Kobe White. And we're going to go 34 minutes to Nikola Vucevic. Backup point guard run. We'll worry about that later. Who else is going to play big minutes? Backup center run. Tice is up to 28 there, so I'm going to go 26 on Tice. And that'll give me 22 on Markkanen. 24 on Thad Young. 28 on Patrick Williams. Okay, we're looking good so far. Actually, I need to go back to Atlanta. Did I miss Chris Dunn? Or did he just not play? No, just didn't play. Okay. That's not ideal. All right, back to Chicago. Back to big minutes for Garrett Temple, which never seems to go well. So let's give Temple 30 minutes. That leaves us 42 minutes for Denzel Valentine, Ryan Arcidiacono, and Satoransky. So Satoransky has been playing about 18 minutes a game. So there's 18. We're going to give Denzel Valentine 14 and Archie 10. All of the rates, I believe, would be the same. Yeah, no changes here. So for Chicago, Bulls are 6.5 point dogs, 215 total. That's the second lowest behind Magic and the Pistons. This is a terrible spot for the Bulls, and that bears out in the projections. You can get to Vooch and Kobe White, and as far as I'm concerned, that's it. And even getting to those guys is a bit of a struggle. But, like, for example, I have Vooch with so he's 9,900 on DraftKings. I have a 4% chance that he gets to 56.6 fantasy points. So, that's fine. It's fine. Not ideal, though. Not a great matchup. Gonna need to see something else happen for Chicago for that to be viable. 80 viewers, 50 likes. You guys are incredible. On to Denver. No Monty Morris, no Will Barton. Obviously, no Jamal Murray. No changes, as best I can tell, unless people are getting more minutes. So Jokic at 35 sounds good to me. Paul Millsap in for backup run sounds good to me. Aaron Gordon, 28 minutes, sounds good. Campazzo at 34, good. Austin Rivers at 28, probably too many. Shaq Harrison at 18, fine. PJ Dozier at 30. We'll take one from Rivers and give it to Dozier. Michael Porter Jr., 36 minutes. Seems spot on to me. I'm happy with everything we've got here. Denver looks good. And we've got the Nuggets, late night hammer, double late night hammer. Nuggets, Lakers. Don't think we're going to be seeing LeBron in this bad boy either. So as we look at Denver, no surprises. Nikola Jokic at the top of the heap. Pretty clearly the top play from Denver on both sites. 10-9 on both sites, I might add. 8,200 for Porter on FanDuel. 8,400 for Porter on DraftKings. He would be my second favorite option. Although Campazzo for 4,600 on DK stands out a little bit. He's a little overpriced on FanDuel. PJ Dozier, on the other hand, is a little cheaper on FanDuel. That looks pretty good to me as a value option. But let's get everybody added in now. Atlanta, Chicago, Denver. First 3 teams into the summary table. And we could really put this into context for what we have so far. So let's look at where we stand. Yeah, so Jokic at the top. Trae Young, Michael Porter, probably your 2 best other options on FanDuel. Jokic and Trae Young are a little bit closer on DK, but separated by like 1.7 fantasy points on like a dollar for dollar basis. So we'll get there. Keeping it moving to the Pistons. Ugh. Pistons Magic. Don't watch this game, anybody. I don't care if you're from Detroit, from Orlando, if your dad is one of the players. It's a terrible game. Truly terrible. Have they shut everybody down? Yeah. No Corey Joseph, no Jeremy Grant, no Mason Plumlee, no Wayne Ellington, Okafor, Magruder. All right, so we'll take Magruder, or we'll take Okafor's minutes away. That should be it. I've got Diallo in. Let's hope he actually plays. Mr. Patrick, absolutely not. What blowout risk? The line is, right now, the line is 1.5. It might be the lowest line on the slate. Yeah, kind of is. There is no blowout risk in the Denver game. No more so than any other game. All right, this silly Pistons team. At the very least, I have everybody projected where I want them to be, but I'm going to assume that Tyler Cook is now the backup center. Because who the hell else is it going to be? And then Sekou is playing the additional run, so get him 28 minutes. But also, Mr. Patrick, I would never do that anyway. No matter what the line was. So, there's also that. All right, 27 minutes for Frank Jackson. Fine. 21 for Diallo. Fine. Josh Jackson, he's getting 2 more. Sadiq Bey at 34. Fine. Saban Lee at 16. Fine. And then we'll throw 4 spillover minutes to Servidis. All of these rates should actually be the same, oddly enough. So let's run with it. Pistons taking on the Magic. Terrible game. They're actually the favorites. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's embarrassing. Josh Jackson at the top of the heap. 5,200 on FanDuel, 5,600 on DraftKings. That's the direction that I would like to go. Killian Hayes, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, probably the only other 3 options. They all look pretty similar on FanDuel and DK. Bey is the priority on DraftKings. Hayes the priority on FanDuel. 1 second, guys. There we go. I didn't really think it'd be possible to want to roster some of these Pistons guys, but they are going to get rostered today. And that's not going to feel good. Getting anything from this game is going to be not ideal. But Josh Jackson, top of the heap, ahead of Nikola Jokic right now on FanDuel and on DraftKings. He's just too cheap for what he's going to do. He's basically just north of a fantasy point per minute guy, playing potentially north of 30 minutes. It's the only way to do it. Now, on to the next. Golden State Warriors. Great matchup. New Orleans Pelicans. This one should be fun. Do we have anything to worry about for Golden State? Oubre now done again for 6 more games, which we knew. Damian Lee still out. Pascal's still out. Q tag on Wiggins. So this is going to be the same rotation as previously. So everybody in here should be in with the right stuff. Mulder at 25 minutes. Probably a little too high. We'll throw 2 additional minutes to Nico Mannion just to be nice. Looney at 28 minutes. I think that's fine. Juan Toscano Anderson probably needs another minute. think we're where we want to be. Does Bazemore need more time? Nah, 30 minutes is fine. Rates are all the same. So Golden State, Nolans, Pelicans. That's not how you spell Golden State. 92 viewers, 60 likes. The Monday crew is the best crew. Steph, 9,700 on FanDuel. Unquestionably looks great. 10,800 on DraftKings. Still looks good, but $1,100 difference in price. Obviously, the DraftKings scoring system helps Steph out quite a bit. If he hits 8 threes, that's an extra 4 points. Wiggins would be my number 2. Draymond would be my number 3. And you can flip-flop those guys really on DraftKings, and it doesn't matter. They're both pretty close. But Steph is in that upper echelon today of guys that you're going to have to roster. The matchup's just too good. So we've got basically Josh Jackson, Curry, and Jokic are the 3 best plays on FanDuel. Jackson, Jokic, Curry, and Trae Young are in that group on DraftKings right now. Bang. Keeping it moving, Indiana. So Indiana taking on Washington. This is the number 1 versus number 2 pace team in my model right now, or in the league, I guess is the better way to say it. So this should be a track meet. Brogdon, questionable. Edmund Sumner, probable. Lamb, probable. Goga, questionable. Has Goga been back yet? I know Sabonis went bonkers. Now, we still haven't had Goga. Wild. Alrighty. Well, I think at this point we just have to assume Goga's in until he's not. So it's going to mean that I'm going to just continue to talk about him in videos, and then he'll ultimately get ruled out. So let's start with Malcolm Brogdon, 34 minutes, and then we'll start with Karis LeVert at 33 minutes. We have Sabonis back, which is great. But when's the last time Sabonis played with no Turner and with Goga? So right there. So Goga, actually, so if Goga is in now that Sabonis is back, it won't actually matter. So let's give Goga 16 minutes. That gives Sabonis 32. We'll give him 34 total. Gerald, the difference in scoring on FanDuel and DraftKings is pretty minimal. Extra half point for every 3 made. I think rebounds are worth like an extra 0.05 on one of the 2 sites. Turnovers are worth -1 on FanDuel and -0.5 point on DraftKings. It's basically turnovers and threes. And then the bonuses for double-double and triple-double on DraftKings. All right, so we've got Sabonis in there, and I assume he's going to project pretty well. O'Shea Brissett, I assume, continues to play monster minutes like he has. And then we get McBuckets in for, I don't know, bigger minutes, I guess. TJ McConnell continues to play his 20 minutes. Who else are we missing here? Justin Holiday. Justin Holiday's minutes have really taken a hit. So we have 22 minutes left over for what? Sumner? Yeah, done. That'll work. Although, yeah, that's just going to have to work. Got to get the new rates, though, for Indiana, because these do not have Sabonis as the lead guy. Brandon, is Sabonis going to be limited from his injury on the back-to-back? It doesn't appear so as of yet, but I have no idea. I'm not treating him like he is. At least not until I see word that I should. All right, let's get Wowie pulled up. And let's get Turner off. Anybody else that needs to come off? I guess. Did I really not project Jeremy Lamb? Yeah, no, I guess I didn't. Pacers have a lot of dudes. Pacers are sort of like the advanced version of the Grizzlies in a way. Just really deep. I guess I don't have anybody else to take off right now. Just getting Miles Turner off will do most of the work. So Karis LeVert, 27.6% usage rate. So I don't really have anything I need to change there. All the rates are the same. Domantas Sabonis, 26.1% usage rate with no Turner. 7.8 and defensive rebounding rate. Does that go up? 12.8? Nope, doesn't change. Malcolm Brogdon, no Turner, 25.7. So he's just exactly himself. O'Shea Brissett, no Turner, 14.7. McBuckets, I assume, stays at 20. Yeah. Everybody else isn't going anywhere. Bang, done. All right, for Indiana, again, best matchup you're going to find. Indiana taking on Washington. Massive pace up spot for both sides of this game. And because of pricing, nobody's truly a crazy option. Sabonis is 9,500 and 9,800 on both sites. Both he and O'Shea Brissett, I would say, are my two favorite options. They're kind of flip-flopped on FanDuel and DraftKings. Yeah, John, he's questionable now, so it's not something that I could really read into. We shall see. He's got the Q tag on him. Best I can do right now. So Sabonis, Brissett, LeVert, and Brogdon are the only guys that I would be looking at. Brogdon teetering on the edge now that everybody's back. And 9K Brogdon on DraftKings is a pretty tough sell, if I'm being honest. Great matchup, though. Lakers. And there's basically no way that LeBron is playing today. It would blow my mind given the way yesterday went. LeBron left a little early yesterday. I just don't. It wouldn't make sense for him to play the back-to-back. The real question is, I don't know if AD plays the back-to-back. I assume he does. We're also going to have no Schroeder as well. So this is going to be kind of wild for the Lakers taking on Denver. We need to hash this out a little bit. Since we had no Schroeder yesterday, at least working on that piece of it, the guard piece. So let's do the centers first. Give Drummond 24 minutes. We'll give... I wonder if they're going to... Kuzma mentioned getting Marc Gasol back in the rotation. We'll see if that actually happens or not. I'm going to give 16 minutes to Harrell. Actually, this is a good spot for Marc Gasol. I think Montrezl Harrell does not play today, and Marc Gasol does. Because Gasol is why you want Jokic is why you want Gasol. So I'm going to give Gasol 16 minutes at center and assume that potentially we don't see Trez. I guess we'll leave that for right now. 34 minutes for Anthony Davis. KCP is probably going to play 32 minutes. Caruso back, played 26 minutes yesterday. I'm just going to assume that that is par for the course. Then we give Markieff Morris the backup 4 run. I think Kuzma pretty clearly is going to play like 32 minutes if LeBron's not playing. Who else do we have to give minutes to? Ben McLemore. I'll give 14. That leaves me 48 minutes for what? Talen Horton Tucker, and then spreading them out accordingly to everybody else. So Horton Tucker probably plays what, like 22 minutes? So that leaves me, I have 26 minutes left over. Who was playing more? Oh yeah, no Schroeder. That's the key piece here. I'm so used to having LeBron out, but now it's also with Schroeder. They don't really have anybody else that they can throw minutes to that's that kind of a ball handler. It's kind of weird. I guess Wes Matthews probably gets into the rotation. That to me seems like the most likely scenario. But I still have to give those 8 additional center minutes. Is it better to take those from AD? I just don't think he's going to play the 5. Drummond. But in the grand scheme of things, I guess he is. Drummond at 25.5. Yeah, so let's do 8 and 26. I think that opens up Markieff Morris to play a little bit more. I'm going to take him to 18. I'm going to sneeze too at some point in time. Whew. Got out just in time. Still 22 minutes. I just don't know who grabs all of those minutes. It might just be a little bit more to Ben McLemore, and then let's say 18 minutes to Wes Matthews. I think that's where we end up. There is no creation here. And then we're going to delete rates because Braun is back. Take LeBron and Schroeder off. This could be pretty eye-opening. I have a feeling, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that Kuzma pops a lot here. Schroeder off, LeBron off. And obviously I'm guessing on LeBron, but it just doesn't seem likely given yesterday. Nate Rojas, you are absolutely right. Let's hit that like button, everybody. 124 viewers, 76 likes. We're pushing up a really, really high ratio right now, and I kind of like what I'm seeing. Not a lot of time with Schroeder and LeBron off, but this will be telling. AD in 69 minutes, which is nice. 36% usage. Now, I'm not going all the way there, but with none of those two guys on, I am going to go to like 32 on AD. He's gonna have to play a lot. Drummond sees a bit of a bump. Is Kuzma with neither of those guys? No, still just a 20% usage rate for Kuzma. Doesn't do anything else. Caruso doesn't do anything else. Bit of an assist bump. KCP, this one I think will change. Yeah, usage rate stays the same. Nope. Doesn't even pick up additional assist. Wild. THT. 26% usage rate in 420 minutes without them. I don't want to go to 26. That much I can tell you. But let's go to 23.5. Now let's go 24. We'll go assist rate bump as well. He's probably the guy that benefits most. I thought Kuzma would take a bigger hit. He didn't. So for the Lakers, AD at the top of the heap on FanDuel at 9,600. I'm still willing to go there. No LeBron is really, really important. No Schroeder, I think, is also ultra important. And I think they're just going to try to work him back in a little bit more. After that, I don't really see a lot that I would want to take from the Lakers. I thought that was going to open up a lot of value, and it's very clearly not doing that. So if I add in Indiana and the Lakers and refresh the main table, there is not a ton here that stands out as good to see. We still have Josh Jackson, Curry, Jokic, AD now a part of that group on FanDuel, getting into that top core. On the DraftKings side, we've got Josh Jackson, Jokic, Curry, Young, O'Shea Brissett, and Anthony Davis packed in together. Brissett is kind of teetering on the outside of that. He's just a little more highly variant because we don't have as much data on him. Memphis. Come on, 2 or 3 guys out. Looks like everybody is back, so exact opposite. Q tag on Grayson Allen. Great. Exactly what I don't want. Makes it so much worse. I hate projecting out Memphis. All right, so Tillman's going to be out. Oh, we got to start it from scratch. 28 for Joval. 20 for Brandon Clark. 33 minutes for Ja Morant. Backup run going to Justice Winslow. Then Jaren Jackson has played no more than 24 minutes. So we're going to go 24 there. And we'll keep Slow-Mo at 28. Got to let the dog in the bedroom, guys. You know the drill. At the same moment I heard my dog outside, I got an alert from my wife sending me an Instagram. You can't beat it. Cannot beat it. All right, guys, let's help me push through here. Memphis is a boring team. We need to get Dylan Brooks 30 minutes because Dylan Brooks plays 30 minutes every game. That leaves us 62 minutes for Melton, Bane, and Allen. No part of that is fun. So they all play like 20 minutes a game, I guess. We give slightly more to Grayson Allen if he's back. So we've got 18 and 18 going to Melton and Bane. Best I can do. 18, 18. I don't think I have to change any rates. These guys are like the same people no matter what happens. Is that right? No, it's not right. Who did I give a boost to? God, who doesn't get the usage rate? Well, I guess I could take it from Bane. That's the easiest spot to do it. That'll work. Can't imagine we're playing Memphis today. No, not looking good for Memphis. Grizzlies at home taking on the Knicks. 218 total. There's nothing here. There's nothing here at all. I mean, they are like legitimately not rosterable on DraftKings. No, thank you, Memphis. Not interested in you today. Pelicans. I am interested in you, I would imagine, depending on what the news looks like. Q tag on Steven Adams, and that's it, which is kind of weird. Like, you don't... That would be super helpful if we knew that he could play. Like, he's already been out for 2 straight games. Where do we stand here on Steven Adams? Oh, man. I don't think Steven Adams is going to play, but I don't have any choice. I have to project him in, which is kind of a bummer. So Steven Adams in for 28 minutes. All right, that went to OT, so that makes sense. And then we've got Jackson Hayes and Willie Hernan-Gomez. Willie Hernan-Gomez has been the priority, but when Jackson plays, it's the opposite. So, or when Adams plays, rather. Steven Adams will absolutely start if he plays. There's no way Steven Adams is coming off the bench, John. You don't have your center big man warm up and then come off the bench with a toe injury. You leave him be warm. That's not how that one's going to work. Sorry, I had to put my wearable back on. So we go back to point guard, then this piece at least should be pretty easy. We get Lonzo in for 34 minutes, backup run to Kira Lewis. We get Zion in for 35 minutes. We get Brandon Ingram in for 35 minutes. Makes the rest of this at least look a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and give 10 minutes to Willie Hernan-Gomez, 10 minutes to Jackson Hayes, and 20 minutes to James Johnson, which then opens me up for 28 minutes for Eric Bledsoe, although he probably needs more. 30 minutes for Bledsoe. 24 for Najee Marshall. No, that's going to be too many. 22 for Najee Marshall. Spillover minutes going to Wenyen Gabriel. Rates should all be the same. Nothing changes with Adams off. Actually, it might. Where's Portland? Or where's the Pelicans? I feel like I need to make a tweak to Zion's rates a little bit. It's been a while since I've dug into him. So we know no Josh Hart. Anybody else that's, I guess, Walker. Rest of this should be good. Zion's rates with no Hart, no Walker. Yeah, like, I feel like I need to bring him down a little bit, but at the same time, I feel like he's playing different in the latter half of the season. And if he is, I want to make sure that I'm capturing that. I think I'm a little too high on Zion, so I'm going to bring him down to 32. Brandon Ingram in that case, 28. Everything else is the same, so that's fine. So let's take a look now at all things Pels. There we go. So Zion, 9K on FanDuel, 10K on Draftkings. I shouldn't have to tell you guys how good that 9K price tag for Zion looks, especially going against Golden State in a pace-up spot. BI for 7,400 looks pretty good on FanDuel. These guys look really good on FanDuel. I'm going to do my best to not get to Steven Adams. Lonzo looks perfectly acceptable as well. If we had Memphis and the Pels in, yeah, Zion might be at the top of the heap. He might tumble a little bit to second, but yeah. So Zion and Josh Jackson are basically tied at the top. We still have this like 5-man core with like a secondary core here of Hayes and Brandon Ingram. And then on the DraftKings side, Zion, even at 10K, he's still behind Jokic and Curry pretty sizably. But Jackson, Jokic, Curry, Trae Young, AD, Zion, and I guess we can include O'Shea Brissett, all looking pretty good at the top of DraftKings. How many we got to go? 1, 2, 3, 7 to go. Knicks. Can't imagine there's much going on here, particularly if everybody is in like they've been. Doubtful tag on Nerlens Noel. Okay. Well, that just changed up a lot of stuff. Let's look at what this team looks like with no Nerlens Noel now. Alrighty. If we have no Nerlens Noel, we're going to get 30 minutes of Taj Gibson. And then who the hell is the backup center for the Knicks? Norvel Pell, I guess. Got him. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Team and name. And then let's grab the Knicks. God, we're going to be playing Taj Gibson tonight. It's so gross. The question is, do they even run a proper backup center? When's the last time Noel was out? They gave Pell 12 minutes. And then Taj played 35. Okay, so they went the whole shebang there. All right, 32 minutes for Taj Gibson. 16 minutes for Norvell Pell. Toppin got a little bit of an extra run, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Julius Randle is going to play heavy minutes. I don't think that I have anything else I need to change here unless RJ Barrett is going to... Yeah, RJ Barrett is up to 40 minutes again, so that needs to happen. Who's not getting those minutes? Let's at least get Barrett to 38. I think we're good. Taj in for minimal usage. Noel is no different, so there's no way those rates are different. So if we go ahead and look at the Knicks, Taj Gibson is 3,900 on FanDuel, very much in play. He's 3,100 on DraftKings, very much in play. It's a terrible game, but minutes and value rule out. Julius Randle, 9,700 on FanDuel looks good. RJ Barrett across both sites looks solid. I mean, look, it's the Knicks with a guy missing. That's incredibly helpful information. Yeah, so Taj comes in 6th overall on FanDuel and top of the heap on DraftKings. Taj, Josh Jackson, Nikola Jokic. That's the main trio on DK right now. But yeah, Taj is going to be the most popular value piece. Cash game lock type dude. Orlando Magic. What do we got going on for this dumpster fire of a team? God, they're terrible. No Ennis. Okay. Ennis gone. No Chuma Okiki. Cool. No Terrence Ross, which we know. MCW Porter. I know they signed Brazdakis, who I definitely still have on some team. All right, Brazdakis in. Wait, do I need... Where's Orlando hiding? Gotta check something quickly. I feel like I'm missing another guy that's active for them. Doesn't appear that I am, so let's try to project whatever in the world is going to be playing for Orlando. 143 viewers, 90 likes, though. I know what you guys should be doing right about now, and that's running that number north of 100, because that is what we do around here. They signed a what? They signed former New York Knickerbocker Ignas Brazdakis. I can't remember where else he's been. All right, Wendell Carter Jr., 27 minutes. Mo Bamba, 21. Cool, easiest thing to do. Cole Anthony, 33 minutes. Jason Randall, 15 minutes at backup. RJ Hampton, we're going to go 28. Let's get everything else out of there. Jason Randall, is he playing anything more than the backup run? 54 minutes. They didn't go to OT. Cole Anthony, Jason Randall. Okay, so they did do that a little bit because of being limited. So I'm going to say he gets 20 minutes. At which point then we give Dwayne Bacon too many minutes for me, unfortunately. 34 for Bacon. Mo Wagner is going to play, good God, 29 minutes. That leaves me 49 minutes for Who? Gary Harris, and was Dante Hall still on the team? He's not, is he? Is Dante Hall still on the damn Magic? Or did he already get cut? Yep, okay, so they released Dante Hall for Brazdeikis. All right, so Brazdeikis is going to play whatever Gary Harris doesn't play. So we'll give Gary Harris 30 minutes. And I guess I'm giving Ignas Brazdeikis 19 minutes. I don't really see a way around that one. Alrighty. Well, that is what it is. So for Orlando, Cole Anthony, 6,300 on FanDuel, 6,900 on DraftKings. He's very much in play. Mo Wagner, 4,900 and 4,600 would be my second favorite option. RJ Hampton, I guess, is third. Ugh. If life works out well, I will have no part of this team other than Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony is up in that upper echelon on FanDuel and on DraftKings. And I think he has to be. Philly. Do we have anything to worry about for the Philadelphia 76ers? We don't, which means that all of these rates and minutes should all be the same right now. I don't have anybody else that I want to change. Everything looks good. Philly. Embiid at the top of the heap, clearly. Joel Embiid is 9,600 on FanDuel. Just play Joel Embiid today, guys. Don't even think twice. Embiid on FanDuel. Simmons and Harris both look pretty good as well. They're the only guys that you could roster from Philadelphia. We know that already. If you're playing cash games, I think you get to Embiid over everybody else at center. Yeah. Embiid is up in that same tier. So we've got the cutoff is right here. Not that Taj isn't a great play, but there is a pretty clear line in the sand to me. Josh Jackson, Zion, Curry, Cole Anthony, Embiid, Jokic, and AD is the FanDuel core. Portland. I'm assuming we got the normal stuff here for Portland. Yep, everybody that's normally in is in. Do we have any rotational changes we need to make? They cut both Nas Little and Derek Jones from the rotation. That's interesting. So we're going to take those 8 minutes. We're going to give them to Anthony Simons. I think that Nas Little ends up staying in the rotation down the line. 37 minutes to Dame, cool. 37 minutes to CJ, cool. 35 for Norm Powell, fine. 34 for Covington. Probably not. Looks like they're getting Melo back involved. 30 for Nurkic. Yeah. 29 and 19. Done. Rates are all the same for Portland. Damian Lillard back up to 8,900 on FanDuel. No surprises there. Climbing. I think CJ for 7,400 on FanDuel is the preferred option from the Blazers. Dame is a close second, however. Powell and Nurkic are on like the outside looking in, so to speak. Same sort of story on DraftKings, but Dame is a little bit more interesting than CJ there. 3 to go. San Antonio Spurs. I guess this one's probably going to have a little bit to look at, right? Q tag on Murray. No more Derek White. Everybody else probable. So maybe I don't have anything to look at unless Murray just somehow doesn't play. Obviously, we got no DeMar, no DeJounte, no Jake Puds yesterday. But for now, I think this is just going to be what it is. Although I guess maybe take that to 22 and 28. Anime Lingo, happy to have you. That's a ridiculous story, Shark Killer. Obama calling James Ennis his grandpa. What do we got for the Spurs? So, Keldon Johnson, 5K on FanDuel, 5K on DraftKings, probably the best overall option. DeRozan and DeJounte Murray are just real tough sells at 89 and 8,800 on FanDuel. DeJounte Murray is $1,400 cheaper on DraftKings than he is on FanDuel. That makes no sense. By the way, thanks for getting us up over 100 likes, guys. Yeah, Murray looks good on DraftKings. DeMar, to a lesser extent. Those guys are really tough plays on FanDuel at that price tag, especially going up against Utah. Speaking of Utah, we making any changes? Nope. No Conley, no Mitchell, no problem. We know what we're doing here. And that's likely not playing Jordan Clarkson, at least I hope. And probably playing a lot of Rudy Gobert. Yeah, all these rates and everything look perfectly fine to me. Although Mia One not playing there is kind of weird. But it doesn't really matter all that much. It's going to go to one of those two guys. So for Utah, Gobert is the top play on FanDuel to me at 7,800. He's 8,800 on DraftKings. Greatly prefer Gobert on FanDuel than DraftKings. Ingles would be my second favorite option. 5,700 on FanDuel, 6,600 on DraftKings. I'm not playing Jordan Clarkson for 7,300 on DK. I'll have a pretty minimal amount of him on FanDuel, even at 6,500. Gobert, though, is the prize. Center is looking pretty heavy today, too. Portland, San Antonio, Utah. Portland, San Antonio, Utah. So yeah, Gobert is up in my top group on FanDuel. So that's Gobert, Embiid, and Jokic all in the center spot. Going to be hard to hash out on FanDuel. Gobert actually might end up being the cash game center for me. We'll see. Diving back into cash games for the rest of this season. The GPP games are about to get pretty ridiculous. Let's close it out with the Wizards, and then let's run some optimals. No Denny, so this is just the normal run for the Wizards. Russ, I guess I got to give an extra minute. 38. Beal, 37 seems fine. Alex, Len, like the minutes on these guys are just bonkers at this point. It's just, they jerk these guys around so much. We got Rui in at 34. Was supposed to play extended minutes, and the last one didn't. Ish Smith playing 20-something minutes a game is embarrassing for this team. Garrison Matthews was out of the rotation for Hutch. So let's move those minutes to Hutch. I guess all the rates stay the same. So for Washington, again, remember, taking on Indiana, massive pace up spot. Yeah, there we go. Russ, 11-2 on FanDuel, 11K on DraftKings. Very big priority. Bradley Beal, 9,100 and 9,500. Very big priority. Even Rui, 3,900 on FanDuel. There is some utility there. We have everybody done now. And we see Russell Westbrook, unquestionably the top play on DraftKings today. And then we get into our next tier. On FanDuel, Russ is a little bit lower, but he's still my preferred pay-up option. He's definitely in the upper tier. Josh Jackson, Zion, Gobert, Russ, Curry, Cole Anthony, Joel Embiid, Jokic, Beal, and AD. That's my top tier. Now, let us run some crunches and see what the optimals look like. And we will start on the FanDuel side, as we usually do. And this would be my final request. If you guys could hit that like button, 166 viewers starting off the day. Hit that thumbs up, everybody. Helps me out a ton. All right, here we go. FanDuel Optimal. FanDuel Optimal is 340.4. Steph Curry, Cole Anthony, Bradley Beal, Josh Jackson, Keldon Johnson, Rui Hachimura, Zion Williamson, Taj Gibson, Rudy Gobert. If we're following along at home, that does not look all that surprising at all. All those names make perfect sense to me. Happy to see it. You can drop down 0.3 of a point, turn Curry into Westbrook, turn Beal into Andrew Wiggins, and then turn Keldon Johnson into Joe Ingles. Either way is fine. Up, power rankings. And we know what this is going to look like. Oh, got to stretch it out. Today's going to be a long one, guys. Process show, obviously. Contenders videos recorded after this. Strategy show with Lafayette at 10. I'm recording PGA Contenders with Ben today, then heading to the gym, and then back for live before lock tonight at 6. Why is Gobert a good play tomorrow? I don't think that he is a good play tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't even know if Utah plays tomorrow. I think the word you're looking for is today, at which point, because I think he's a good play. Power rankings on FanDuel. Josh Jackson at the top of the heap, not even close. I think that lets you know what shooting guard looks like today. Taj Gibson, Joe Ingles, Zion, Cole Anthony, Rui, Curry, Russ, AD. We knew that package at the top. Brandon Ingram, Bradley Beal, Kyle Anderson, CJ McCollum, and Rudy Gobert round out the bottom of the power rankings. Mustache Josh popping up. Dr. Ben popping up. I love it. I love it. But get yourself some Josh Jackson on FanDuel tonight, everybody. Let's run some optimals for DraftKings, and then let's get on out of here. All right. Let's get projections for DK. Paulinho. All right, DK projections in. Optimal lineup on DraftKings for today. Cole Anthony, Alex Caruso at the flat minimum, Josh Jackson, Mo Wagner, Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook, Taj Gibson, and Facundo Campazzo. That is your optimal. We also have the exact same score in a different lineup where you can swap out Nikola Jokic for Steph Curry. And that's it, right? Oh, no, and Facundo Campazzo for Keldon Johnson. So Jokic and Campazzo for Curry and Keldon Johnson is the exact same lineup. Even 0.1 of a point down, you can kind of blend that stuff in, get Ingles in there as well. Power rankings for DK, and then we are outie. Yeah, this is the value on DraftKings stands out pretty easily here with good old Taj Gibson at the top of the heap. I might be a little high on Josh Jackson, but I don't know. I don't think that I am against Orlando. Because if that game stays close, to me, he just plays all normal starter run and plays 32 minutes. So we'll see. Power rankings on DraftKings, though, definitely starting to stabilize. And there's definitely some tiers. So Taj is at the top of the heap, and it's not close. Josh Jackson is probably alone at the number 2 spot. And then Alex Caruso is probably alone in the number 3 spot. But Jackson and Caruso are pretty close. Then you take a step down to Russ and Cole Anthony, and then everybody gets packed in together. Mo Wagner, Steph Curry, Kuzma, Campazzo, Trae Young, THT, Jokic, Beal, Anthony Davis. I think I hit every name in that list. Guys, and gals, if you're here, we did it. We're back, and we made it through another day of the process. Monday in the books, 8-game slate up and down. And as I just mentioned, contenders videos are coming up after this. Strategy show at 10 with Laffy. Ben and I are recording PGA contenders sometime today. That might not get out until tomorrow, but it's getting recorded today. And then live before lock tonight, 6 to 7, myself and Nerd Ass Greg. I couldn't even remember who it was there for a second, but it's always Nerd Ask Greg. The only one I do live before locks with at this point. It's a long Monday, everybody, but it's going to be a fun one. It's nice to get back into business. I appreciate having everybody here. 172 viewers, north of 100 likes. I really can't ask for much more. Other than for you guys to hit that like button one last time, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and shout out to Monkey Knife Fight, the presenting sponsor of the show. I didn't give them a shout out earlier because I forgot, and I feel bad about that. You guys should sign up at Monkey Knife Fight and get some free money. You get a 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. So if you deposit 100, you get 100 using the promo code Awesemo. So go to the Monkey Knife Fight, check it out. Betting on player props, can't beat it. That's all I got, everybody. We done now. Good luck tonight, everybody. You guys know where we'll be tomorrow. Right back here, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time for another edition of The Process. Peace.